Ever wonder why the turkey crossed the road? Well, it probably saw Thanksgiving coming. Now, we've all heard the age-old joke about the chicken crossing the road, but let's be honest, chickens are a bit passé, don't you think? Turkeys, now they're the real stars of the road crossing show. You see, unlike their feathered cousins, turkeys have some serious speed to their credit. Yes, you heard that right. Those big gobbling birds are no slouches when it comes to a sprint. In fact, they can run up to 35 miles per hour. That's faster than your average city speed limit, and if they decide to take flight, well, hold on to your hats, folks, because these birds can zoom through the air at a whopping 55 miles per hour. That's right, 55. So, you might be wondering, why would a turkey need to be so fast? Well, imagine you're a turkey. It's a sunny afternoon, and you're just minding your own business, pecking at the ground, when suddenly, you see a group of humans approaching. And they're not just any humans. They're humans with big, shiny forks and a glint in their eyes that says Thanksgiving dinner. What do? You run, of course, and if running doesn't work, you fly. And you'd better believe, when it's a matter of ending up as the centerpiece of a festive meal, you're going to be flying at top speed. So, the next time you see a turkey darting across the road, don't just dismiss it as poultry in a hurry. Maybe it's practicing for the next big race, or maybe it's just trying to avoid becoming the next big roast. Either way, one thing's for sure, turkeys have speed, and they're not afraid to use it. Next time you see a turkey cross the road, maybe it's training for the Turkey Olympics. Turkeys, the unsung heroes of Thanksgiving, or perhaps the unwilling participants. Let's dive into the feathery world of this holiday's main dish. Did you know that every Thanksgiving, around 46 million turkeys find themselves as the centerpiece of dining tables across the United States? That's equivalent to the entire population of Spain, all gathered on platters and garnished with herbs. Now imagine being a turkey, waking up one day to discover you're considered a delicacy for a holiday that, ironically, celebrates life and gratitude. Now, if turkeys could talk, they might just have a bone to pick with us. Imagine their surprise when they realize that their speed, which can reach up to 35 miles per hour on the ground, and a whopping 55 miles per hour in flight, doesn't quite save them from our Thanksgiving traditions. But let's not forget, these birds are more than just a tasty treat. They're fascinating creatures with their own quirks and personalities. For instance, did you know that turkeys can change the color of their heads when they're excited or upset? It's like having a mood ring right on your face. And while we're on the subject of turkey talents, let's not ignore their impressive vocal range. From clucks and purrs to yelps and gobbles, these birds have a language all their own, making them the rock stars of the barnyard. So as you tuck into your Thanksgiving feast this year, remember to raise a toast to these incredible birds. After all, they've been an integral part of this holiday since its inception, offering us a moment of unity, gratitude, and, let's admit it, a deliciously stuffed belly. So while we're all enjoying our pumpkin pie, spare a thought for our feathered friends who might prefer a different kind of starring role. Did you know that a turkey's gobble can be heard a mile away? Talk about not being able to keep a secret. Turkeys, with their distinctive gobble, are the gabby gossips of the bird world. They gobble to communicate with their fellow turkeys, and on a quiet day, their chatter can carry for over a mile. Imagine having a conversation that your neighbor down the road could hear. But the gobbling isn't the only fascinating thing about turkeys. Have you ever wondered what a group of turkeys is called? It's not a flock, or a herd, or even a gaggle. No, a group of turkeys is called a rafter. Yes, you heard right, a rafter. So the next time you see a bunch of turkeys hanging out together, you can impress your friends by saying, hey, look, it's a rafter of turkeys. And let's talk about their lifespan. Turkeys aren't just for Thanksgiving, folks. These birds can live up to 10 years in the wild. 10 years. That's a decade of gobbling, running, and yes, even flying. Yes, you heard right, turkeys can fly. Despite their bulky bodies and seemingly clumsy waddle, turkeys are surprisingly agile in the air. They can fly at impressive speeds of up to 55 miles per hour. That's faster than you're allowed to drive on most highways. And speaking of speed, let's not forget their ground speed. A turkey can run as fast as 35 miles per hour. That's faster than Usain Bolt, the fastest man on Earth. So if you ever find yourself in a foot race with a turkey, you might want to reconsider your odds. So there you have it. Turkeys, the loudmouthed, rafter-forming, decade-living, high-flying speedsters of the bird world. So, next time you're playing trivia, remember, turkeys are more than just a Thanksgiving centerpiece, they're gobbling, running, flying machines. Imagine this, it's Thanksgiving Eve, And the turkeys decide to stage a great escape. What's their plan? Now we know turkeys are no slouches when it comes to speed. They can run up to 35 miles per hour and fly as fast as 55 miles per hour. That's faster than your average city traffic. So, if they had to, these feathered speedsters could make a quick getaway. But let's not forget, turkeys are pretty smart birds too. They have a strong sense of geography and can remember the layout of over 1,000 acres. So if a turkey wanted to, it could probably map out an intricate escape route in its head, complete with secret paths and hidden shortcuts. Picture this. It's the night before Thanksgiving and our turkey hero, let's call him Tom, decides it's time to make a break for it. He's been memorizing the farm layout for weeks. He knows where the fences are weakest, where the dogs sleep, and the exact moment the farmer goes in for his evening tea. With a gobble to signal the start, Tom takes off like a feathered rocket, zigzagging through the cornfields, vaulting over the pumpkin patch, and sprinting through the moonlit meadow. Behind him, a trail of turkeys follow, their feathers a blur of motion in the night. Up ahead there's the edge of the farm, the final hurdle. With a running start, Tom launches himself into the air, his wings beating like a drum. One by one the other turkeys follow suit, their silhouettes cutting through the night sky. And just like that, they're free, disappearing into the woods beyond. The next morning the farmer scratches his head, wondering where all his turkeys have gone. But, deep in the forest, Tom and his feathered friends are living the dream free from the fear of Thanksgiving. Of course, we're not suggesting that all turkeys should start planning their escape routes, but it's fun to imagine, isn't it? Ever wondered what turkeys talk about when humans aren't around? Maybe they're plotting their next Thanksgiving breakout. You see, turkeys aren't just your average barnyard bird. These guys are real chatterboxes. They've got a whole language of their own, filled with gobbles, clucks, purrs, and yelps. Yes, you heard that right, turkeys purr. But it's not like a cat's purr. No siree, it's more like a soft, rolling, cooing sound. It's a turkey's way of saying, hey, everything's cool over here. And the gobble? That's the turkey equivalent of a loudspeaker announcement. It's the tom turkey's way of saying, listen up ladies, look at me. Yes, in the turkey world, it's the guys doing all the showboating. They gobble to attract the hens and to tell other toms to back off. Then there's the cluck. It's a short, sharp sound like a quick hey, or over here. And when turkeys are feeling a little agitated or unsure, they let out a yelp. It's a longer, more drawn-out cluck, kind of like a turkey version of, wait, what's going on here? But what about when turkeys are just hanging out, shooting the breeze? Well, they have a sound for that too. It's called a kee-kee, and it's a series of high-pitched yelps, kind of like turkey small talk. And let's not forget the cut. It's a loud, rapid, clucking sound usually made when a turkey is excited or alarmed. So if you ever hear a turkey making a cut, you might want to check if your Thanksgiving dinner is trying to make a run for it. So there you have it, folks. Turkeys are quite the conversationalists. They've got a sound for every occasion and every mood. And who knows? Maybe they're discussing more than just the weather. Maybe they're planning their next great escape. So, next time you hear a turkey gobble, remember, they might be saying more than just gobble gobble.